Tuttle here for Ferguson Roof Systems. For 43 years, Ferguson Roof Systems has been protecting Oklahoma's homes and businesses with quality roofing services. Their goal was to be the most honest and dependable roofing company in the state, all while providing free services such as lifetime labor warranty and annual inspections. Well, mission accomplished with thousands of client testimonials, an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, and a 5-star rating on Google. Look, the weather gives you enough to worry about, so why worry about who to trust with your roof? Call Ferguson Roof Systems today or find out more at fergusonroofsystems.com.
Hey everyone, Meteorologist Tuttle here with you. It's a little after 9:30. We're going to talk about the weather going on here locally across the Oklahoma area, surrounding regions, and also what's going on in California too. We're going to start out there as well. So a lot of you were in the house last night getting your weather update, and tonight quite a few of you joining in, and looking forward to interacting with you again for this evening. And I saw my cousin Holly from Dallas is checking in. Awesome. What up, cuz? And then Cameron. She's already sent stars tonight. She's the first star sender. So last night, a ton of you sent a bunch of stars last night. It's Facebook's newest thing. If you look at the bottom, you'll see a little star icon. You can click that and then send me some stars. So last night, a bunch of you sent them. So Cameron's the first to do it. She sent 100 just a minute ago. So I'll give you a little shout out when you send me some stars. So we did that last night. It was a lot of fun. It ended up being a little bit of a contest. Some of you guys got carried away, which is funny. It's entertaining. Elizabeth just checked in, sending 174. Diana's in the house, sending 50. Awesome. And a lot of you are repeat stars. I love repeat stars. You get a star. You get a star. You get a star. So anyway, so check it out. It's a lot of fun. So we'll do that here throughout the evening, and I'll keep glancing down and seeing all the activity. So I'm going to watch it on my phone the same time I'm going to talk here, and that way I try to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. All right, so let's move on with the festivities. Now, what we're going to start with isn't exactly pretty. It's really neat from a meteorological standpoint, but outside of that, it's just not so nice. Now, again, hopefully the audio's going to be in sync. I tested it today. Everything was fine, so we'll see if it's going. Cindy just sent 50 stars. Awesome. She's a supporter +1. I mean, she's hardcore. All right, so here's a look at the picture out west. We're looking at satellite view, and this is picking up the fires out here in western Oklahoma. So all this here is smoke, and all the little ember-looking things you see here, these are all the large wildfires that are out of control in this area. And there are a bunch of them stretching from Oregon down into California and Washington. So it's a mess out there. I mean, some of them they kind of got under control, but others not so much. And thanks, Ron, for that heads up. Talked to my software person today, showed them the bug, and I haven't been able to replicate it. And they thought it was strange, but you know, that way is what it is. But here's a look at how that scene looks if you're living in San Francisco, or really many of those little cities along the western coast. I mean, it's like straight out of a movie, a doomsday movie. It is crazy. Just these scenes are apocalyptic, and of course it's the air. You really don't want to breathe it, so you don't want to be outdoors in it. It's not healthy to consume. But if you go on Twitter, I'm sure even on your Facebook page, there's going to be a ton of these kind of photos coming out, which they make for some great photos, but it looks like it came out of a Hollywood movie set, not in real life. So kind of a bad deal out across the west. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with things like that around here, though. We actually have something that would keep that at bay, and that is some rainfall. So we should have quite a bit of rain going through the state right now. It's kind of cornered. Far western Oklahoma, you're pretty much done. So this area, as far as any significant rainfall, is over with. Remember we talked about how the far eastern third of the state wasn't going to see much. There's a little bit coming in today and tomorrow, and that's kind of what you see here. Otherwise, the bulk of the activity is in between, and that's where it resides here for tonight into tomorrow morning. So we're going to watch more of this rainfall overnight continue. Now, luckily, most of it's very light. There are some moderate in there, and eventually might get a lightning strike or two. But for the most part, of course, it's nothing severe or anything like that, which is good news. All right, let's go back on into what's happened here today. And these are the temperatures this morning. Was it cold enough for you? About them upper 40s to around 50 degrees here in Oklahoma City. Oh, my goodness. Out into the east, it was in the 60s and 70s. Back out to the west, we almost hit freezing. 33 out there in the far western regions of the Panhandle. There you go. I just saw a note pop up. It says, help AT get 100,000 stars. And so that's a little reminder of how you can just click on that little link and it'll tell you how to do it. I don't even know how to do it yet, so you'll have to teach me. But it's kind of a neat thing basically just put out there. So send me some more stars if you want to. All right, today's maximum highs today. We were at a record cold high. So what does that mean? Okay, so 57, actually we're at 56 in between these numbers here at Will Rogers Airport. Our coldest high on this day was 67 degrees. We beat it by 11 degrees. That was back in 1929. So that's how cold it was today. They got barely out of the 30s out in the Panhandle, though. Still steamy, sticky, humid out across eastern Oklahoma. Now, out there currently, refresh this a little bit. It still hasn't changed. It's like 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s and 70s. So, hasn't, budged much, and that wasn't expected really to do anything anyway. So we're kind of right where we should be. Now, rainfall, here's a little different. So here's a look at the heaviest rainfall amounts southwest of Oklahoma City. This is down just north of Lawton, where they had about 4 to 5, maybe a few spots coming in there around 6 inches. Jiraiya, Big Papa Pump, 50 stars. Boom. You're hilarious, man. Thanks for that. Osage County also in the yellow. They got about 4 inches. Here in the metro Oklahoma City, it ranged anywhere from about let's call it on the light side, about 4/10, on the heavy side up to about an inch. And we're getting, of course, more to add to this here for tonight. So we're going to get a lot more, probably another inch or so before this is all said and done here for tonight. Now, we're still raining. Why is that? This is the upper levels of the atmosphere. You see this big spiraling motion? That's the storm system in the upper levels. It's going to finally move across the plains by Saturday morning. That's going to clear us out. What it does, though, I'm going to stop it here, right here. It starts to leave behind a lot of this little energy, which is the colors on the map, and it starts to reform an area of low pressure here with a region of high pressure above it. And so what that happens is it traps it, and then it starts to spiral around, gather strength, and look at that. We have a little low pressure system that develops by the middle of next week. Actually, it looks like a double barrel low, but what this will do is help to create rain again as we head into probably Wednesday night and Thursday of next week. So that'll be our next opportunity for rainfall. James in the house, 890 stars. Awesome. Way to go, brother. And then as we head into from that low kind of spins around. It kind of shrinks and moves back into southwestern Texas, so that'll kind of focus the rain back into there. So, but North Texas, you'll probably still get a little bit wet from that toward the end of next week as that low hangs out just to your west. And then let's go on with the rainfall for tonight. Forecast will show this rain continuing overnight, light to moderate. You might get a heavy downburst briefly for a few spots. Let's see. And then Thursday morning, so tomorrow morning, see how that wave starts to move into eastern Oklahoma. By noontime, it's out. Look at that. We could be almost dry across the entire state just for a little while. You get some new development coming in Thursday evening in southern Oklahoma. Then that kind of sets the stage for an overnight, Thursday night, and a Friday morning event. Was that right? As that rain moves through. And then by around lunchtime Friday, this starts to move out. And by Friday afternoon, the rain is gone. And it's over with. And no more is to come, like I said, until we head into the middle end of next week. Trey's in the house, 50 stars. Connie's in the house, 50 stars. You guys are awesome. Temperature-wise, okay, let's take a look at that. And let's see this. Good, we'll go with that one. So here's a look at Thursday morning. So tomorrow morning. We're into the 50s and 60s out there across the state. All the way down south. Man, Houston, whew. Somebody just asked me, what's Houston doing? How about sticky, muggy, typical Houston? 81 degrees for a morning low. That's disgusting. Andre, you need to move north. That's all I can tell you. Here's a look at Thursday afternoon. We're 61 degrees here in central Oklahoma, 63 in Tulsa. So Tulsa, remember I told you your best day for this cooler weather would be on Thursday. So that's when you're really going to feel the difference. Friday morning, not much change in temperatures, and the air is moderated quite a bit. So, but this point forward, it's out of steam, and then we start to warm things up. And then that leads us into Friday afternoon. And let's see, I want to do this one here. Yeah, let's do this one. So Friday afternoon, blow this one up. And we're right about 68 to 70 degrees here in central Oklahoma. Maybe some low 70s sneaking in down south and southwest, and some 60s still northeast. So there you go. Good looking temperatures on the rebound. And then if you want to talk about the weekend, we can do that. So here's a look at how things will progress for Oklahoma City. So we back into the low to mid 80s over the weekend. Even next week, we're looking at probably the upper 70s to low 80s. Beginning again, we'll get a little increase in cloud cover from that little low pressure system out to our west. We will see some clouds over the weekend, but it's partly cloudy in nature. I expect this a really decent weekend. Overnight lows will be getting up back in the humid side toward the middle of next week because of that change in the weather pattern. Models actually didn't see that a few days ago. They started to pick up on it tonight. So that's why it's going to feel a little more humid next week versus what I prefer, which is more like San Diego. Oklahoma City, that was what I just showed you. Then here's Tulsa. Same kind of deal. You'll be in the 80s on into next week. It's a little bit warmer than Oklahoma City. And your overnight lows will also be a little bit warmer as well. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, rainfall totals. Let me do that real quick. And we'll see what the latest model estimate is on that guy. Okay, so the models will get carried away. We'll blow this up. And so I'm not going to buy necessarily the exact placement or the exact values, but here where you've got purple, you're looking at about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Where you see the red, you're at 2 inches to 2.5 inches. And that's here just southwest Oklahoma City, and then a stretch up here at Osage County. So there will be some spots within this embedded mess. The models won't get it exactly right. Where you're going to get about 2 inches before all is said and done, or 2.5 inches before all is said and done, in addition to what you've already gotten through Friday midday. Sam's in the house with 50 stars. Way to go, Sam. Awesome, brother. Thanks for the stars tonight, guys. Again, if you want to play the stars game, it's on the bottom. If you're on your phone, it's a little star button. And then if you're on your computer, I think it's also where you would leave a comment. Let's see. I think that was it with that. Okay. Right. Let me do a little round robin here. Head over to YouTube real quick. Check on you guys. Good evening, Prince of Rain from Lake Hefner. Man, you know, it's good to see water in Lake Hefner. Every now and then it gets bone dry. That's a weird thing to see. We've had a little over 1 inch here on the east side of Mustang. Jim checking in. That is awesome. So Prince of Rain wants to know if I'm going to continue or consider doing a severe weather series on YouTube. So here's another question. I'm glad you brought that up. Sam's in the house. 50 stars. That's double. You just doubled it. You the man. Facebook has, for whatever reason, is going me some love this week. So just today, it said, Aaron, we want you to do events, like paid events, where I offer some type of content that you guys would want to pay for to view. And I've been asked in the past to do like a radar meteorology course. I've been asked to talk about like a severe weather course, that kind of deal. So if that kind of thing interests you, I can set up an event for that, and it would be just a paid per view thing only. And then for those that are interested, I could teach a little weather one-on-one, and it would be like a classroom type setting and probably go for about an hour. I haven't developed the course or anything yet, but that was just off the top of my head. Sam's going nuts. That's hilarious. Just make sure that's you and not your son just hitting the button over and over. That would be funny. If you commented on Twitter, I didn't have it loaded on Periscope, so if you have any questions there, shoot them real quick and I'll take a look. Go to my Patreon page here real quick. So the patrons that support me on Subscribestar or Patreon or Facebook fan subscriptions, they can watch from the private group page that we have. And another fan thing or another event thing I was thinking of. So last time I mentioned Jody's coming into town and about to do an interview if you guys are interested in that. And so I may do an event deal for that as well. Let's see. So yeah, so my patrons for the Stars game, you'll have to sign off of this one and then go into the main page, and then you can see the stars. They're not doing it for whatever reason on the group pages yet. They haven't told me anything, so if that changes, I'll let you know. That's why you're not seeing them. And then I'm going to go to the main page here, answer a couple of your questions. So Jennifer's in agreement with the meteorology course idea. Mute myself there. For kids looking into further study or adults with upside down happy face. Yeah, I can totally go for that. Hey, adults, it's cool. I can do both, kids, but my stuff kind of can get kind of technical. So I mean, kids, they would have to be much older, obviously. I can only bring it down to such a level of education where they're going to grasp what it is I'm talking about. Kendra's in the house, 50 stars. Thank you, Kendra. Um, awesome. You got a 12-year-old that's got a weather station, Jennifer. Cool. So there you go. That's how I got started. You get with the weather station. Once you get that, you get the bug, and then there's no telling what's going to happen with that little tyke. All right, let's go on with some more comments. I'm going to skim through them real quick. Just to let you know, as for you newbies, I can't read the comments typically while I broadcast. Shanna, I laughed earlier at Shanna because she had to bail out to go watch Carol Baskins kill another husband. What about your plants? They come inside? Nope, plants are good. Andre, so I'll be spending more time for the Houston area again once we talk more about storms, hurricanes and whatnot, as something big may come down that way. Let's go through some more. Scanning through. Thanks again for you guys for sending me the stars. That was awesome. So last night and tonight. Let's see. So you could record it in pay-per-view. Like a week later, we'll do it real time. Actually, you know what? That may be another option too. That way I can set up more stuff. But you might want it to be more interactive. So it's something I got to think about. Like I said, it just came to me today. They said we want to reward. Let's see, what did they say? We're starting this option for a select few, and you've been chosen. I'm just like, woohoo, the chosen one. I think they just want me to be happy because I'm not always happy with Facebook. So this is their chance to buy my happiness. I'm not sure. Will there be dense fog in the morning? With the rain that continues, Stacy, it'll just be rainy and low clouds, so it might be a little foggy-ish, but not like what you would expect dense fog to be. Typically, you won't get that when you've got rain going on. John, 100 stars in the house. James, back again? It's 890? Is that a repeat? Wow, you guys are awesome. Thanks for the stars, brothers. John back again. He's raising the ante. He's up to 200 now. Got a bidding war going. Someone last night did a bidding war. We got 50. We got 60. We got 70. We got 100. We have 200 stars. We have 200 stars. We have 300 stars. And it was hilarious. So I don't know how people can talk that fast. I can't do it. John's still going at it. Another 100. It's awesome. I must have just watch the stars go up. BK Talent Agency in the house. Bring some coal. I brought you some coal. How much more do you want? Let's see. Honey, I don't know if I want it much colder. Today was good enough. Remember, I like that San Diego weather. I like the temperatures at night around 60, daytime highs around 80, low humidity. Oh, that right there is my cup of tea. John's out of control tonight. I think he's found the star button. I hope it's you and not your son or your daughter or your wife grabbing your phone from you. That's awesome. I'll take them. So anyway, so John's playing the stars game. So you can hit the little star button. Yeah, I just looked at my computer. It's at the bottom right where it says comment. There's a little emojis you can pick and the GIFs. Or I used to call them GIFs, but I don't know, whatever they are. And then you can post a sticker, and then there's attached stars. So how you get the stars, I don't know yet. I haven't done it myself. I just turned it on, whatever that was. And then we've been playing with them the last 2 nights. Okay, you guys have any other... Let me go back again. Any other questions? If not, I'm probably going to turn you loose. Amy says, thanks for the cold weather. You're welcome. Anytime. As if I can control it, but if I could... I would definitely do a made to order. Alicia's calling out John. That's hilarious. Send some love, brother. I like it. Appreciate it. Glad to know that it's you. Not one of the Rugrats. That's hilarious. Okay, so I think that was it. I covered all the weather topics. I think that was important. Remember, I might be MIA for a little bit. So how do you do the contest? Emmanuel is asking. So I'm not sure what contest you mean. If it's the stars thing, it's at the bottom. You just click it where it says attach stars, and then it'll pop up and tell you what to do, whatever that is. Anita wants some snow. And then as far as the event thing, we'll figure it out, what I want to do with that. I got to come up with some ideas, either educational or fun or, whatever. I don't know. That's asking Jody today. I'm like, what do you think? What can we do? Speaking of which, she'll be here tomorrow, and then I'm probably going to be a little quiet after that for the next several days. So if you don't hear from me, that'll be the main reason. So we appreciate you guys' time tonight and for all the love on the stars, especially you, John. But all of you out there that sent them. And let's see, I'm going to do something real quick to make sure I got everybody. Let's see, can I do it this way? Hang on 2 seconds. So apparently, I don't know if I can do this in real time. Does it tell me? Does it show me? Hold on. Facebook told me I could do something, but I don't see a button to do it. You know how they tell you can do something you really can't do, and they figure it out later. Yeah, I don't see a button. Okay. So I have to catch you live whenever you do a star. Like after the fact, I can go in there and then see, but there's no like right now where I can click to say, show me all the star people. So I have to just catch it when it happens. So I'm sure they're going to keep working on it. I think this is like a beta thing or something really new that they probably still haven't worked out all the bugs yet. All right, I'm out of here. You guys have a great night. Thanks for watching. I hope this was fun, educational, and informative. As always, thanks for sharing, liking AT's Weather, telling your friends and family about me, using my weather app, AT's Weather to Go. And that's going to be about it. Pat, I would like to have some rain in Claremore. You got it. You can get some tonight and tomorrow, and especially in the early morning hours. And I'll see you a little bit more Friday morning. How's that sound? All right. After that, signing off. Guys, be good. We'll talk soon. Take care.